So, I was scrolling through new research papers the other day, as you do, and one just completely stopped me in my tracks. It's for a new AI model called GLM-5. But honestly, it wasn't the technical specs that caught my eye. It was this line.
I mean, I just had to stop and stare at that for a second. From vibe coding to agentic engineering. It sounds less like a research paper and more like, I don't know, a sci-fi novel about how we're all going to be building software in the future. I was immediately hooked. I had to know more.
Right? What does that even mean? That's the exact question that sent me down this whole rabbit hole. And in this explainer, we're going to find out the answer together by breaking down what makes this GLM-5 model such a huge deal.
Okay, so to really get why GLM-5 is turning heads, we first have to talk about the problem it's trying to solve. Here's the thing, as absolutely amazing as our current AI models are, they're kind of starting to hit a wall.
It really boils down to two things: cost and complexity. It's incredibly expensive to train and run these giant models. And when you throw really complex, messy, real-world problems at them, like, say, fixing a subtle bug in a massive codebase, they often just struggle. We really needed a breakthrough.
And this is where GLM-5 comes into the picture. The paper basically claims it smashes through these barriers with a few really clever innovations, what I'm just going to call its secret sauce.
Okay, I know, this looks like a bunch of complicated jargon, but stick with me, I promise it's worth it. These three things are the engine behind what makes GLM-5 so powerful and, maybe more importantly, so efficient. Let's break them down one by one.
First up, we've got DeepSeek Sparse Attention, or DSA for short. The absolute best way to think about this is with an analogy. Imagine an AI reading a book. The old way, which is called dense attention, forced the AI to read every single word. DSA, though, is like giving the AI the ability to speed read. It intelligently scans and picks out only the most important keywords to get the gist.
So this is the whole game right here. Dense attention is super thorough, but it's incredibly slow and costs a fortune in computing power. Sparse attention is smart. It knows where to look, focusing its resources only where they matter most. This makes the model way faster and cheaper to run without losing the core meaning.
Okay, next ingredient in the secret sauce: asynchronous reinforcement learning. Think of an athlete. The old way of training is like having a coach watch every single practice shot and give feedback before they can take the next one. It's slow. This new asynchronous method is like letting the athlete practice hundreds of shots on their own whenever they want and then reviewing the game tape with the coach later. The model gets to learn and explore on its own schedule, which just massively speeds up the entire training process.
And these new techniques aren't just tacked on, they're baked into a three-stage training plan. First, it starts with a gigantic base training on an insane 27 trillion tokens of data. Then, in the middle, they stretch its ability to understand really long conversations. And finally, they use that super efficient reinforcement learning to sharpen its reasoning and agent-like skills.
Okay, so the tech sounds impressive, right? It's smarter, it's faster, it's more efficient. But the real question, the one that really matters, is how does it actually stack up against the biggest names in the game?
This is exactly what I was thinking. I mean, it's one thing to have clever engineering, but it's a whole other thing to actually beat the best. So let's look at the numbers. Let's see the receipts.
And here we go. This is the main event. We're looking at benchmarks for reasoning, coding, you name it. GLM-5, right there in blue, is going toe-to-toe with absolute giants like GPT 5.2 and Claude Opus 4.5. And if you look closely, it's not just keeping up. In several of these key categories, it's actually taking the lead.
Let's just zero in on one result that really made me sit up. On SWE-bench, which is a really important test for real-world software tasks, GLM-5 scores an 80.9, beating out Gemini 3 Pro. That is a huge deal.
And the hits just keep on coming. This next chart is the Artificial Analysis Intelligence Index. It basically combines 10 different tests into one big overall score. Now look where GLM-5 lands.
50. A flat 50. GLM-5 is the very first open-weights model to ever achieve a score of 50 on this index. This isn't just a small step up, it's a massive milestone for the entire open-source AI community.
And this isn't just about automated tests. On Elamarina, which is a leaderboard where real humans vote on which model's answers they actually prefer, GLM-5 shot up to become the #1 open model for both general text and for coding. People genuinely think its answers are better.
So,
After all that tech and all those charts, we can finally come back to our original question. We can finally understand what that cool, mysterious phrase from the title actually means.
This is it. This is the big aha moment. Vibe coding. Well, that's what most of us are doing right now. We give an AI a prompt, we get some code back, we test it, maybe we ask for a change. It's a back-and-forth conversation. Agentic engineering is the future. It's where you don't just give the AI a prompt, you give it a problem. The AI agent then plans a solution, writes the code, tests its own code, debugs it, and does it all over again, all by itself. We're shifting from AI as a tool to AI as an autonomous engineer.
And this is exactly why all that technical stuff we talked about in the beginning matters so much. The crazy efficiency from sparse attention and the advanced learning from asynchronous RL. That's what gives GLM-5 the power and the stamina to actually pull off these long, complicated autonomous tasks. They are the engine making this whole new era possible.
Okay, that was a lot to take in. I totally get it. So let's distill all of that down into a simple, 3-step summary of what you really need to remember about GLM-5.
First, efficiency is what unlocks the next level. By being smarter with our computing, we make AI more powerful and accessible for everyone. Second, the performance is real. This isn't just a theory. GLM-5 is a top-tier competitor that can beat the best of the best. And third, the way we work with AI, especially for coding, is about to change forever. We're moving from just giving instructions to deploying autonomous problem solvers.
And that leaves us with one last, really fascinating question to think about. For so long, we've been the engineers telling the machines what to do. But now, the machines are becoming the engineers. So what do you think they'll decide to build first? I genuinely love to hear your ideas on that one. Note, this video is for reference only. Please take this and run with it. I am genuinely excited to see what you discover. Comment any topics you'd like me to cover, leave a rating, and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time.